What's up? Welcome back to Herson Villatoro. I'm your host, Herson Villatoro. If you like this video, like, subscribe. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, drop them in the comment section below. We got a story for you today regarding the Tennessee House of Representatives. Let's get on with this video. So recently, two Tennessee House representatives were expelled over a protest in the House, right? Apparently, a protest was started by 3 Democrats in the Tennessee House of Representatives. 2 were expelled. One was voted. One won the vote. Right? One person won the vote. According to Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution, it says that each House may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly conduct, and with the concurrence of 2/3, expel a member. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that this is because of race, right? If you were to check out CNN, I've got the impression that they believe it's because of race, right? If you ask Fox, if you look at Fox, they don't think so, right? According to the one that was not expelled, right, which was a white lady, right? Look, I don't want to make this about race because I don't think it's about race, but I'm going to give you what I know, right? The one that was not expelled, about a 60-year-old white lady. The 2 that were expelled, right? The 2 that were expelled were 2 young black men, right? So the votes for the 2 that were expelled were 72.7% and 69.7%, right? And in the Constitution, it says 2/3, which is 66.666 on and on percent. The one that was not expelled was at 65.7%, less than a percent away from being expelled, right? Out of 99 seats in the Tennessee House of Representatives, 65 votes. If she would have had 1 or 2 more, she would have been expelled. The other ones got votes of 72 votes and 69 votes, right? 72.7%, 69.7%. And if you ask me, right, it is very unlikely that these votes, that the 2 that were expelled and the one that wasn't, it is very unlikely that it was because of race, right? The percentage is so close. 72.7 the highest, 65.7 the lowest, right? Very unlikely. Now, if it were something like 87, 85, and 43, I would definitely consider that maybe it was because of race. According to the representatives that voted her to stay in, her to stay out, who voted, right? Voted whether to expel or not the 3 of them. Apparently, they're saying it's because of her etiquette, right? So the 2 that were expelled, they were on a megaphone. They appeared very emotional, right? Very aggressive. They were, it appeared very emotionally aggressive, right? The lady just standing by, no megaphone, no screaming, no emotion. It's very unlikely that it was because of race. Now, a lot of people want to say it's because of race. When you look at the facts, right, 72.7% to 65.7%, almost like about 7% away, right? 7% away in terms of range from the highest to the lowest. It is very unlikely that it was because of race. And it is much more likely that it was because of her attitude compared to their attitude, right? If you look at the videos, right? I saw videos by, there's a bunch of news networks have videos on this topic, right? I saw them on CNN, ABC, and Fox, right? They all look aggressive. But apparently, the one on Fox put up a statement by Biden, right? Whether it's formally a statement or informally a statement, I don't know. But he was quoted as saying, as calling the protest peaceful. Look, if peaceful. If you were to look at any of those videos, they do not look peaceful, right? Look, you can be standing back, right? You can be screaming, standing from an audience seat, right? Far away, 20 yards away, 20 feet away, whatever it is, right? if someone were to scream at me right in front of my face, I'm gonna take that as a threat, right? That is aggressive. But apparently, when they're 20 feet away, 20 yards away, no matter what the distance, apparently it's no longer aggressive. Apparently it's peaceful. It is peaceful, apparently, because of the distance. If someone were to scream in Biden's face, right, would he call that peaceful? If someone were screaming at him in his face, using a megaphone in his face, I'm sure he would not like that. I'm sure he would see that as a complete threat, right? But apparently, because it's far away, right, 20 feet, 20 yards, I don't know the distance. All I know is that the seats were up above while the representatives were in the center, right? On the first floor, audience was up above, right? Apparently, it's a peaceful protest. When they were all screaming, it appeared very disruptive, right? Apparently, it was during a recess, right? A break, in other words. But either way, it appeared very disruptive, very disorderly, very aggressive, right? This was not a peaceful protest, right? It was completely not a peaceful protest. I would not expect ever to see in a Congress people yelling, right? That's the last thing I would expect. Well, no, not the last thing, because even worse things I would expect after, right? But yelling in the Congress is one of the last things I would expect. It is crazy what how people are taking this, right? I find it crazy how people are taking this. Look, you can take it however you want. I don't care how you take it. I'm just here to point out my own views on this, what on this occurrence, right? Percentage points, very close. Very unlikely because it was race. Very unlikely that the two that were voted out were because of race, right? Very likely that it was because of attitude, right? The two were aggressive, right? They were yelling over a megaphone. The one was just standing by, right? She appeared calm. I don't care. Look, there is a possibility that it was because of race. There could have been 1, 10, 50 representatives that were intentionally voting because of race. Look, I don't know what they were thinking, but it is very unlikely that it was because of race. The protest was over a mass shooting, right, at apparently a Christian school. Now, I hate to hear about mass shootings. All the mass shootings I've ever heard about, I've hated to hear about them. Hate to hear about any shootings, right? But I do not think this is cause for reason for gun reform, right? Look, gun prohibition, right? If you prohibit guns from being possessed legally, the illegal guns are still going to be around, right? How are the law-abiding citizens going to protect themselves if they come across someone with an illegal gun if they can't own one themselves, right? How is a school supposed to protect the school, right? How are people at a school supposed to protect the school if no one at the school can have a gun? Anybody would be able to walk in with a gun, whether it's legal or not, right? People are going to have guns whether they're legal or not. You're better off with the potential for violence for the cause of everybody being able to defend themselves than eliminating all guns legal, but in no way being able to prevent illegal guns, right? The Second Amendment was to prevent a tyrannical country, right? Now you got two sides, right? You got criminals with illegal guns, and then you got tyrannical country. And then there's the everyday Americans, citizens, they're just living their lives, right? If they are not able to possess guns, they're going to be at the mercy of the criminals with illegal guns, and they will be at the mercy of a potential tyranny, right? But if the everyday Americans, everyday citizens aren't in possession of a gun, they will be able to defend themselves from criminals and from a tyrannical country. Let me know what you think. Comments, questions, thoughts, drop them below. If you disagree, agree, let me know. Any risks, any benefits that you see from coming out of this, whether it's gun reform or this expulsion of these two representatives in the House of Tennessee, right? Let me know what you think. If you like this video, like, subscribe, follow me on my social media at Herson J. Villatoro, right? This is Herson Villatoro TV. I'm your host, Herson Villatoro. We out.